coming up ahead of us. But Paris Saint Germain are not being idled in the transfer market because I already made a video discussing Franco Mustantuono potentially joining Paris Saint Germain. But just today, a bunch of breaking reports have dropped. I don't think a single one of them is from a French report, from a PSG report. It's mostly from the Argentinian side. So here's what they have to say. The first one here from Jer Garcia. PSG is making strong progress on Franco Mustantuono. The club has held meetings with the player's entourage recently. At the moment, they're analyzing whether to activate the clause or negotiate to sign him this summer transfer window and bring him by December. And this is obviously talking about Paris Saint Germain. And then from another report here, after two meetings in Buenos Aires and express request of Luis Enrique, PSG has reached a preliminary agreement with Franco Mustantuono. PSG determined to move forward. The meetings between Parisian representatives and River Plate's management took place 2 weeks ago in Buenos Aires, one in a hotel with Franco's family and representatives, and the other in a renowned restaurant with River Plate executives to formalize this initial sale agreement. So, the meetings have already taken place. Paris Saint-Germain have reached a preliminary agreement with Franco Mustantuono. So, it's not like a contractual agreement, but basically said, yeah, all you gotta do now is, find an agreement with the club. And that's exactly what Paris Saint-Germain are looking for at the moment. Some other reports here. No, this one we looked at before. This was a video. PSG has made a strong move for Franco Mustantuono. Report that the French club is willing to pay 45 million release clause to River Plate and secure the gem in this transfer. There were also some reports, obviously, about our competitor in Franco Mustantuono signing, which is Real Madrid. Franco Mustantuono absolutely its dream is set to join Madrid. However, the club considers, Madrid always do this. Madrid own every single newspaper. They basically the Jewish Zionists of football. They own every single newspaper. So they call TC Sport, tell them Mustantuono really wants to join us, but we can't get him. This is why we will rarely ever see this player has rejected Madrid, because Madrid own the media, so they tell the media to say, no, don't say the player rejected us. Don't say the player, was more interested by the Paris Saint-Germain project. Paris Saint-Germain's project is around youth. Mustantuono is a 17-year-old. He's seen Güler. Everyone has seen Güler at Madrid and how his, he's not going up. It's been 2 seasons. We haven't heard that much from Güler. Mustantuono is looking at that and doesn't want to go to Madrid. But no. His dream is to join Madrid, but the price is too high. 45 million is too high from Franco Mustantuono, a 17-year-old that is cooking for River Plate. But 50 million for a bum-ass left-back from Benfica, Carreras, yeah, that's good money. What this just shows is Madrid own all the newspapers and the media, unfortunately, and they will always spew and change the narrative of any player possibly joining them to, oh, we didn't have money, oh, this happened, oh, that happened. No, a player would never reject Madrid. How can you reject Madrid? When Madrid call, you don't reject, you accept. All this gay stuff. So Madrid, the only tough competitor we could have had in terms of pull of Franco Mustantuono, they're out of the race. And this is not the first player that Paris Saint-Germain have gotten over the line ahead of Real Madrid. But with Madrid being out of the picture, it's all between Paris Saint-Germain and River Plate and Mustantuono. Mustantuono loves the project. Campos has already flown there, had meetings with him. Luis Enrique is a huge admirer of him, and that means the love for Franco Mustantuono, that the best manager in the world wants this Argentinian wonder kid. I said, all that is left to find is an agreement. And the best thing is there is a release clause. There is a 45 million release clause. And the plan around Franco Mustantuono is to sign him now, but get him in December. I do think that's the only time he can come, because then he will be 18. There's obviously some rules in Europe of work permit, and you got to be at least 18. We saw that with Rodrigo, we saw that with Vinicius, we saw that with Endrick as well. So he'll be 17. He actually turns 18 on the 14th of August, as you can see. But Paris Saint-Germain's plan, obviously the River Plate season, I think this mostly has to do with his team then. River Plate, for example, their season is midway at the moment and will finish off at the end of 2025. And that was the promise that Franco made to the River Plate board, that he's going to play until, the last game of the season, wherever this is, second phase, match day 16. He'll play until this game, and then we'll be joining Paris Saint-Germain in January next year. River Plate will obviously also be part of the Club World Cup, so we'll get to see Franco Mustantuono against some great opposition. I mean, he's going to be playing Inter Milan, our Champions League finalist in that game. So at the moment, everything has advanced extremely quickly regarding Franco Mustantuono. We were reporting on early stages of interest and so on a few days ago, and now we're already looking at a preliminary agreement between the player and Paris Saint Germain. Luis Enrique, Luis Campos, huge admirers of the Argentinian, huge admirer of the Paris Saint Germain project, Luis Enrique, Luis Campos, and all the players to play with. So at the moment, I can give you a very strong case that Franco will be joining Paris Saint Germain. What does this mean, though? He's a right winger that has a left foot. That is left-footed, just as Magnus Achlios and Ryan Cherki, which probably means if we're going to be signing Franco, we're not going to be signing Cherki. I mean, Cherki, that was it was very hard for happen, and the price of Magnus Achlios looks to be too much. Monaco are asking between 70 to 80 million. We'll be able to get Franco for only 45 million euros, which is another steal by Luis Campos. So huge props to Luis Campos and Luis Enrique for, just what they're doing, basically doing their job. Great job by them. Franco Mustantuono is a really, really great talent. I would wish we can find some stats. I don't think we can, but what he's best at. So, okay, what's this? Games played, goals scored, assists, key passes, 2.1 per game. Wait, let me go into this Instagram instead. Games played, I mean, this was 4 weeks ago, but games played 9, goals scored 3, assists provided 2, 3 big chances, 2.1 key passes, 3 successful dribbles, 44% duels win rate, 83% aerial duel win rate, ball recoveries 3.6. So, what Mastantuono basically is, he's a raw winger that can go inside. We'll probably see that from his heat map right here. As you can see, he starts off the right, loves to go centrally, like the Messis, the Cherkis, Yamal as well, Dembuz obviously, before he became a false nine this season. So I'm really excited about this signing. As at the moment, I don't really care about signings or even next season. I just care about this Champions League final now. But that Paris Saint Germain are doing immense and great progress in the transfer window already, picking up Franco. Obviously, the reports were mentioning that Campos is working on a right winger that's left-footed and a right centre-back that is right-footed. Franco already done. Then we need the centre-back, and then we'll see what happens for the rest of the summer. So this will be an amazing transfer. Let's check out the comments what you guys have to say about this. Did Santi say it? No. So no French reporter has talked about Franco, I believe. We can double check that actually. But I don't think any French. So no Santi, no Jamil, no Fabrice. As you can see, it's only Garcia. Who's this? Juan Cortose. Franco does not have an agreement with P. Okay, fuck off. Yeah, so it only mostly seems that the Argentinians are talking about this at the moment. So we'll have to wait and see when the French reporters come up. At the moment, it looks really nice regarding Franco. Yeah, all that we gotta do is find an agreement with River Plate, reach a full agreement with Mastantuono, and this will be done. It looks like Paris Saint-Germain really want to get this done as quickly as possible because we do not want to have a competition, even though there is a release clause. As a Madrid fan, I do not want him. He's not good enough. He should not be anywhere near him. No, Mastantuono is a great talent. I would say the reasons Madrid shouldn't focus on him is because you have bigger priorities. I mean, you have Güler, who is basically the exact same profile as a Franco. So what's the point of having Güler then? So yeah. This dude is not 17. When I check his ID. Here we go soon. Could be. I don't even think Fabrizio has mentioned. Maybe he's probably mentioned, there's interest around him. Probably Franco's agent paid him and so on. Next, Rodrigo Mora. Rodrigo Mora, I think he's more of a wild card signing. It's not really a priority for us in terms of position and so on, but he's just a great talent available. Obviously, his Rodrigo Mora's release clause went up to like 60, 70, so it will be a bit difficult to get him. Franco's a generation talent. I really don't want him in Madrid. He's better than Güler. You don't want him in Madrid? Oh yeah, it was supposed to, but it's not gonna happen. Would you rather take him with Achlios? I would rather take Franco. I've said about Magnus Achlios. I think he's a very good talent, but I prefer both Cherki and Mastantuono. Obviously, Achlios is like, 23 years of age? This guy's only 17, so 6 years of age gap as well. Messi would never allow this to happen. I mean, Messi's not the king or I don't know, the prophet of Argentina. Right footed. Madsen is left footed. Yeah, yeah. Congrats on him. He's insane. I've been wanting him at Barca, but we of course have Lamine. Happy it's not going to Madrid. Yeah, exactly. That's why. I mean, yes, Barca still have partially maybe some economical difficulties, but the main reason they were not interested is because they have the same profile already in their team. We obviously have Dembouz as the right winger, but he's playing false nine. We also have Desiree Doué, but he's not like a right winger. He can play across the attack in the midfield as well. So yeah, what's up, Blue? How good is Turkey? Yo, Blue. Gotta be honest, I'm very jealous that you're probably gonna get him. It's unfortunate he will not be able to come to Paris Saint Germain because of it. Politics and it's so much into so much drama, agents, what happened last summer and so on. But yeah. Yo, you're welcome, Joseph. Wait, I saw you comment something. Oh, thanks, Mo. Yo, Joseph. Maji. I talked to the community manager of River Plate, France. He told me he doesn't think Mastantuono is ready for European football yet. All right, Orlean. You know what, Orlean? We will get a great answer on how good Mastantuono is at the Club World Cup. He'll be playing some cheeky teams there, and he will obviously stay at the River Plate until December. So he'll play 6 months more with the River Plate. We'll see him in the Club World Cup. But yeah. So you're thinking, Orlean, maybe it's like a Beraldo Moscardo case where they're very good talents, they're performing very good in their league, but when they come here, they struggle a bit. Virgin or Turkey, anyways, Turkey will end up in Madrid in the future. I don't know why you're not going for him, man. He's gonna win Golden Boy 100% next year. He could. Let's watch some videos. Alright, we'll end it off with Franco Mustantuono comp. I do think there's a PSG fan. Is it this good? There was some PSG fan that put out. I just hope it doesn't get copyrighted. Ooh, we can look at this one. Just the magic in Franco. So this is basically what it is. It's just a tight space merchant. So he will be great against low blocks, in central areas, off the wing as well. He was definitely not ready for Europe, alright? Good that both Chilo and Orlean mentioned that. Do you think that Ter Stegen agenda gonna succeed dropping after more than a decade? Yeah, I think so, Plata. I think so. With Szczesny extending, it probably means Szczesny's gonna be the second, which means Ter Stegen will leave because you're looking for a keeper. Nah, Thomas Aulo Anderson. Kamil. Sell Marquinhos, get Upamecano. Maybe another backup defender. That's it. You see the Barca fans saying he should not go to PSG because our fans don't like Argentinian. No, we don't like Messi. It has nothing. I mean, yeah, sure, you want to say the World Cup stuff, but I mean, nobody really cares about that like that. Is he joining for the Club World Cup only? No, he will be a confirmed signing. Stealing this young man in Madrid, what could be more delicious? A UCL. This weekend. No, I think Franco is a much better talent than Beraldo Moscardo, River Plate, France, SCM. Told me he's probably need 1.5 more years in order to be ready for European football. All right, great. I mean, he will get that 0.5. And then Club World Cup, you know, who knows? Maybe imagine River Plate make a deep run. That would be great for him, for his confidence and everything. I'm good, Sarantha. Hope you're doing good too. Campos wants to get DM as well, I saw. I don't know. I haven't seen anything about that. Plus, we have Moscardo. Depending on what he can do next season. So yeah. There is this comp. I'm just scared it's gonna be copyrighted. But yeah, he was absolutely cooking in this game. And you know what? We'll just go through pictures like this, and you can see the areas that he likes to be in. I would say the best similarity is probably like a Yamal. Because Yamal is very deep down. Like Rafinha is here, where I am, behind me. Whilst this is where Yamal operates, and let's say Lewandowski's here. So he's very deep, loves to progress the ball. Look at this run here, cuts inside, has a shot, can play make. He's basically, you know, these number 10s, 10 wingers, this new generation of players. We're getting the Dues, the Fodens, and so on. But yeah, certified baller. I think he probably only can play off the right-hand side. I haven't seen him on the left. Nah, Tosin, I'm actually ending it. Why don't you like Messi? Because he didn't perform for us. He didn't show any passion. Nico Paz clears him. We need to sell Hernandez Kimpembe now. I mean, Kimpembe will get sold, yeah. Lucas, I don't think. I think we should try one more season as well. But yeah, that's been it for this quick live stream regarding Franco Mastantuono. Hopefully, you guys have enjoyed this quick live stream. We'll potentially be doing more, a couple of these, for transfers that come out of nowhere and some big news dropping. But that's been it from my boy PSG. We'll be live tomorrow with the pre-match podcast of Paris Saint Germain versus Inter Milan. We were supposed to have a PSG Inter podcast today with an Inter Milan fan, but unfortunately he could not make it. We'll potentially be on his channel tomorrow, including a pre-match podcast later on the channel, and then obviously the live watch along on Saturday. So hopefully everyone's doing great. Hopefully we'll have a great weekend coming up. And as usual, allez Paris.